Good afternoon, you wonderful people. Welcome back to another vlog. I'm in South Korea, in Seoul, in Gyeongbokgung. I hope I pronounce it well. Palace. And for a long time, I was thinking that I'm not gonna do a vlog here in South Korea because people are not so comfortable with the camera. But then, people actually taught me a very important thing. And I want to share this little lesson with you. Hopefully this video is not going to be so long, but I really just I have to talk about this because it's crucially important in our society, and what I found here in Korea is wonderful, and I cannot wait to explain it to you. So without any further time wasting, the topic of today's video is gonna be the connection between past and future. I guess culture and the progression into the future is a very sensitive topic in many countries. And as I learned here in Korea, it is a completely different concept. People in Korea, they accepted that the culture is our past. We don't want to delete it. We don't want to change it. This is who we are. There were terrible feelings and terrible happenings in Korean history, just as in any other country's history. Korean people have this deep pain that they call the Han feeling. Han feeling is something that is way deeper than pain. It kind of like shakes your bones when you think about certain events in the history. Like, for example, the two Koreas divided, and then the war that followed that event. That is something so heavy and so painful, and so many families separated. Such a wonderful and an old history of a culture and of a country separated all of a sudden. Just imagine, Korea is 5,000 years old. People have been living here for such a long time, and now Korea is divided for the past 80 years, and that's thanks to global politics. And who suffered again? Normal people. But Korea decided to celebrate its culture. Korea decided that we don't want to whine about what happened. We will remember. We feel immense pain for whatever happened. But we also won't keep crying. We will take our chance and try to go to the future. And going into the future means huge companies like Samsung and Hyundai and many others. Korean people learned to coexist with both history and culture, and then progression into the future shouldn't be such a difficult question. Most countries in Europe and in the USA, we kind of think that if we want to progress into the future, we have to kick out everything that existed in our culture. And that's why the destruction is super heavy on the culture. We try to get rid of everything that was functioning for thousands of years, and then the future stands on basically nothing. On the other hand, those people who want to preserve the culture, they tend to say no to every invention. They try to slow down the progress. They try to keep certain things in our societies that are no longer relevant. We don't want any of those. Here in Korea, people decided that we have two options. Either we keep fighting with each other, as most countries in the world do, as we do in America, as we do in Europe, as we mess up each other's lives, right? We try to create this insane madness. Every meeting in the parliament, every discussion is about this, future and past. And how do we come together? Some people support the past for some reason so extremely, and some people want to get into the future without 1 second of thinking. Here in Korea, as you can see, I'm standing in these ancient looking buildings. I mean, of course they are renovated and now it serves as a museum. But the main point is they don't have a problem. with. Seoul, for example, the capital, transforming into the future, but they keep preserving whatever means culture for them. They eat traditional food all the time. They love their flag. They don't feel ashamed to be Korean. Most countries in Europe, if you say, "Oh, I'm proud of my nation," people will look at you super badly because it's not normal nowadays. It's quite, I'm a Hungarian. If I say back home in Hungary that I'm so proud to be a Hungarian, people are gonna be like, why do you say that? Like, you're not supposed to be saying that, right? And many other countries, you know, like here I have this Spanish flag on my wrist, and all the Spanish people that I meet, they say like, okay, you're not a Spanish person. You love Spain, but you're not a Spanish person, because a Spanish person would never wear this. And why is that? You know why is that? Because they are ashamed of it. What comes with the flag that's supposed to represent the country, that is supposed to be a symbol of unification, of a union of people, a family, a place where you belong, it's no longer relevant. It's conceived rather painfully and shamefully, if you ask me. Here in Korea, people wear their flag proudly, they wave their flag proudly, and they're not ashamed to admit that we are Koreans. We are proud of our culture, we are proud of our past, and we are proud of our future. And I think we should take that super into consideration. Because if only we could think a bit more like the Koreans, maybe that's the reason why they can coexist. The culture with its own 5,000-year-long history, and the future. Korea is one of the most industrialized and leading countries of the world economically. People make a lot of money here. But culture and the future exist together, and they don't argue about it. I think it's wonderful. So that was about today's video. Let me know in the comments what you think, and thank you so much for being here. Subscribe for more, like this video, and I'm gonna see you in the next one.